Hello and welcome. My name is Bree of Soul Healing with Bree, and I am bringing through a message for all of us today that are entering these conscious spaces that are what you may conceptualize as channeling, a spiritual experience, energy healing, OBEs, which is out-of-body experiences, transcendental experiences. Perhaps you are exploring these realms of your consciousness, of your subconscious. Perhaps you are digging through your subconscious and allowing that doorway in between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind to open and remain open, which can be scary for us at the start if we've had that door closed for a very long time and we have hidden things from ourselves, within ourselves, in our conscious space. So the intention of this video today is to help all of you who resonate with that first portion to understand how this evolves, to understand how you will shift and grow into more expanded versions of yourself. This is often called the higher self, Holy Spirit. This is the version of you that is pure soul. This is your oversoul. And what has been really present for me today that prompted me to come share this with all of you is that I've been channeling messages from the Councils of Light now for a little over 2 years. And when I first started to channel their messages, because I was in a trance-like state, when I would pull them through, when I would listen to them back, it was very opening, very blossoming. It was very wow. The messages were always so revealing, so unveiling, so uplifting. And it felt like something that was not me at the start. But now that I have been doing this as a very practical and habitual use for the way that I'm operating, the way that I'm making decisions, the way that I'm tuning into my heart, I'm finding that the channelings are becoming integrated within me. So what that means is when you listen to any of the channeled messages that are here on this channel, or perhaps through one of my programs, or perhaps through a session that we do one-on-one, what I want you to start tuning into is that these things that you feel are revelations, or they're new, or they're really aha moments or shifts for you, those shifts eventually are going to become very integrated within you. They're going to become natural within you. And you're going to reach new levels. You're going to want to explore more. That's where I'm at now is, wow, I can ask any question I want. What do I want to ask? And some of the barriers that you may go through in the beginning of this, you meditating, maybe you're going to call it all of these different names. You may conceptualize it as going within, meditating, channeling, getting to know your higher self, having these transcendental states. We've got all these human words for what we're doing here, but what we're doing here is entering our inner sanctuary, where spirit is aplenty, is abundant, is limitlessly creative. And I really want all of you to understand that as you take in these messages, they're going to become integrated within you. At least that's the intention. So if you have experienced any of the channelings that I have been a conduit for, I've brought it through, if you hit any points in those videos or those transmissions where you feel like, I hear what you're saying, but I don't get it, keep listening to it. Maybe you listen to it in a deep transcendental state. Maybe you meditate for 20 minutes and then you pop on that video that you were having a hard time understanding or consciously conceptualizing, because we're going deep here with all of this work, this inner work. We're going to those, what I often see when I'm providing a collective healing or an individual healing or I'm healing myself, is that there's these little crevices, these little pathways within, this is a lot to do with neuroplasticity here, but we're finding those nooks, those crannies within our tree of life, within our consciousness, that were stopped or blocked or covered over or hidden, or I often see closets, all of these different closets of us that we just shoved in a closet and then we kept the door closed. So the last message I'm going to leave you with on this transmission today is that as you're doing this inner work and as you are hitting these roots within yourself that were blocking you, that were preventing you from being all of you, that were putting you in a state of fear, that were holding you in a feeling of stuckness, have grace with yourself. Take the time to integrate. Maybe you have a big unveiling and it's a lot and it's kind of surreal and it feels like, whoa, that's been hidden within me for how long? Maybe this life, maybe other lives. And as you unveil it and as you integrate these things, take the time to rest. Take the time to nurture yourself. Take the time to do padding on your body, to scan your body with your consciousness. That's another one that my guides took me through early on. Now I do it very naturally. I'm scanning my whole system. I'm scanning my body, the cells in my body. I'm scanning my chakras. I'm scanning everything that's going on within me to see, is anything calling my attention? Is anything a little bit stuck? Does anything need a little bit of movement? Does anything need a little bit of love, a little bit of nurturing, a little bit of soothing? So if you're on this healing path and you're doing what I did, I'm not saying that you are, because a lot of you aren't, but some of you may be doing this thing that I did where it feels like healing is hard. I don't want to do this anymore. I'd rather just go back to that easy surface level way of life, that easy, where in our mental space we feel comfortable. For me, when I left my job, my mental space was going, whoa, Bree, what the hell are you doing here? This is where you're getting your money. What are you doing? But my soul was saying, that job was off path for you. That job was taking you away from your heart. So the last message that I want to close with today for us is that if you're identifying a person, an aspect, a habit, a practice in your life that's causing you some disservice and some disempowerment, it's not about labeling that one thing. It's about seeing, what am I being guided towards here? Where is my heart leading me? Where is my soul leading me? And remembering that you are your best guru. So you may find beautiful souls along the path that are assisting you and they're helping you. But it's you that's facilitating all of the healing. So remember that. Remember that you have all of the growth that you've done. It wasn't because of someone outside of you. They may have helped you, but it was you that facilitated that growth and that shift and that healing. So I hope that you all found something that you can learn about yourself through this transmission, that you can unveil within yourself through this transmission, And if my messages are resonating with you, I am coming out in the next several weeks with a self-healing course that is really geared and designed and channeled to tap you back in to your soul and to your higher self alignment. There is also a highly upgraded and amplified Master Your Energy course that I've completely overhauled and upgraded. I've also created a Starseed Activations portal where I'm going to continuously include these codes and technologies that are being downloaded through me to assist us all in these shifts, in these conscious evolutions, and lots of other things that are still in their infancy. But I will be sharing all of these things with you very, very soon. So please give this page a follow, a comment, a like. My mission is really to expand and grow, to reach as many souls as possible. Not just for the profit, but because this is my soul mission, to see light here, to get everyone that interacts with my content in any way the permission to know how powerful they are, the permission to know how guided they are, the permission to know how connected to source they are. We tell ourselves many stories about how we may not deserve this connection to source. Been there. And it's not true, those stories. It's not true. So we're cutting into the core of ourselves, to our original, pure, core essence and truth through all of this work, through all of these videos, or however you want to call them. It's energy. And we're really unveiling more of our light through these processes. So thank you for joining. Thank you for your time, your energy, your participation, your co-creativeness in this process. I couldn't do any of this if I didn't have you to serve. So I'm appreciative. And I know that we're all in this together, and I know that it's not just me. We're one. I'll see you all in the next one. Namaste.